Welcome back to the Two Guys, Two Seamen Podcast. It is April, and we have a lot of NFL to get to. How about that? And I am joined by Chad and Michael. What's up, guys?
Nothing like spring football.
Hell yeah, I'm getting your future quarterback
Are
for
you
a lot of
happy about that?
teams. A little bit. I mean, you never know.
Right tackle.
You never know what's going to happen. Never know.
That is true. So yeah, NFL draft is currently live. Obviously, no surprises in the top 4 picks. I think that was pretty much said from the get-go. And obviously, Caleb Williams going first, followed by Jaden Daniels. Those are obviously the 2 top players in the draft, and they went 1 and 2. So,
Wasn't really a big surprise. And Drake May, you could throw Drake May in there. It was not
Yeah,
a surprise. 1, 2, and 3's been locked for months.
Well, Marvin Harrison Jr. was locked too at 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
News,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end the defensive drought in the draft.
Dallas Turner
here, the Colts. UCLA. Who's the UCLA pass rusher? I didn't see his name.
Wow. All right, let's continue to make shocking picks.
What's his name?
No,
it's not Dallas Turner.
Not Dallas Turner. Okay.
Wow.
This is a weird draft. We are in uncharted territory right now.
It really is. Really is.
Finally had our first defensive player go.
Talk about
Laiatu Latu, the guy from UCLA. He's pretty good too. He's only 1 grade point behind Laiatu, but he's second grade round grade.
This is your last opportunity to snag players from Nick Saban's group. So, might as well jump on it. Right? Especially with Dallas Turner.
I mean, if Dallas Turner's available at 23 for the Vikings, I say, let's take him. I didn't expect this much offense to be taken this early.
No.
I expected some defense. I was expecting some defense in the top 10. I think a lot of people were.
First time ever that a defensive player was not taken in the top 10. And actually, nobody got taken until the 15th pick as far as a defensive player. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, goes to show where the league is headed,
Yeah, but those pass rushers are so important, but they're becoming less important because they're protecting the quarterback. Because if you touch them, it's a foul. It's a penalty. Foul. I'm basketball in the mind.
And you got to hit him from the front because you can't tackle from the back anymore. So.
Right.
Can't
hit below the knees.
Defense.
Can't hit above
National
the neck.
Flag League. We're getting there.
You have to ask for permission. Can I tackle you right now? And you have to gently lay him down on the ground. Kneel down like a gentleman.
I actually forgot about this, but apparently a part of the draft coverage today is Pat McAfee with his normal crew and Bill Belichick. Have you all seen this at all?
No, I haven't watched it.
I completely forgot about it.
I forgot about it too.
Would he be his normal self, or would he be more open? I'm not sure.
I think you're confusing his coach self with his normal self. I think
but even his media self was.
Yeah, but he was coach.
Yeah,
he was coach. He's not a coach anymore. He doesn't have to put up that anymore.
That's true.
He can just
I'm just
talk.
here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be a Marshawn anymore. He can do whatever. Like Marshawn's on TV. He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
He wanted to get paid. He didn't want to do anything for free. And he didn't want to do anything he didn't want to do.
Right. So Michael, how you feeling? You didn't get neighbors like you initially wanted.
Yeah, it's just like when you're sick, like I am, you gotta take your medicine, and I think the Chargers needed some medicine, which is some good old-fashioned offensive line. I mean, we got Rashawn Slater, so this guy, I guess, is gonna have to switch to right tackle, Joe Alt. But everybody said he's pretty much guaranteed, like Hall
Yeah.
of Famer offensive line material.
Yep.
So.
He was tight end before he was an offensive lineman. So I think
So
he can.
has agility, I guess.
I think he can
Better
switch.
agility.
I think he'll be able to switch from left tackle to right tackle or whatever he has to switch to.
That's what the experts say. So I'm not worried about it. It's gonna be a good pick. It's just gonna be adjustment. We'll see how they style this offense with no real like number one threat on offense besides your quarterback. It's very strange. We'll see. They
you
gotta
never
get a
know.
weapon
You might get a steal somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some value in the late round. We'll see. I have no idea how this new regime picks, except for it looks like they're gonna go for just like up front, which is definitely where the Chargers were weak, both offensively and defensively.
They've been saying all night that this is a very heavy wide receiver draft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we could probably still get a decent wide receiver.
I've only seen 3 go off the board, so
did your all's top receiver from U of L, did he declare?
Oh, Thrash,
Can't think of his name. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I don't know. He would be
probably. I don't remember.
Slot, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't. He's not big enough to be on the outside. Too much. In addition to the draft going on, speaking of the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams might have a new home to play in. in about 5 or 6 seasons, the Bears implemented a plan for a $5 billion stadium to be built, but with a dome.
Oh no, not a dome.
It's the Windy City.
Oh,
hello.
No, that's
why?
Because it's all Kurt Warner's fault. He's been against playing outside. He thinks it's every stadium should be domed, and I blame him.
Because every stadium should be outside.
It should be.
It should be outside,
except for stadiums that are iconic, like Minnesota and things like that. But for the most part, they should all be outside. Like, what would it be like if there was no snow games? I don't even know if I'd watch it anymore.
The Packers would not be in Green Bay anymore. They'd move.
Right?
What's the point? What's the point of being in Green Bay without snow games?
It's because they want to host a Super Bowl, and they saw what happened at MetLife Field, and they know that they build a stadium that's going to be cold weather potentially for the Super Bowl. They'll probably still not get it. It's all about Super Bowl, and if they have a dome, but they should. I mean, I guess they could potentially make it like hybrid, right?
Where's the stadium going to be located? We're going to make it.
Look like I just saw the headline, to be honest. I saw a picture actually. Yeah, I think it's on the lake. So, I'll have to. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick.
Is it near Soldier Field or is it like?
Yeah, it's like adjacent to the old Soldier Field location.
Okay, so they're not moving away like they
No. Oh yeah, this is right on the water.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is
the joke I saw was from Big Cat. He said, "Where's the water? Or where's the parking? Where are you going to park?" That's the first
I just put it in general. I just put it in the general so you could see it.
They definitely didn't design for that to have parking of any kind.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta love renderings. Gives me flashbacks to when the Chargers left San Diego.
Looks like they have a whole thing out in front of it, like a couple baseball fields, few soccer fields too.
Yeah, no parking lots though.
Looks like. Yeah,
More
no
defense,
parking lots.
More defense on the.
Oh man. Since it is pretty much an offense-only draft, rumor has it that Ezekiel Elliott is potentially going back to Dallas. What?
Really?
Why? He has been digressing ever since his rookie year. He has actually never improved since his rookie season.
I mean, they'll sign him for his value, which probably will be cheap.
Yeah, it's got to be bare minimum at this
less
point.
Less than $2 million for sure. At most, if they're generous, they might give him like 1.5.
He's veteran minimum guy. He's not even.
Yeah.
He's not even worth it though.
Yeah, I mean, it might even just be a tryout. Like, hey, we'll bring you in for
Yeah.
training camp, and
Yeah.
we'll see if you actually can stay on the roster.
I think based on what Jerry Jones did during the offseason, I guess we'll see what he does during the draft. I think he's ready to move on from Dak.
You think
He hasn't
so?
said it. Dude, he did nothing. He
Yeah,
let
but he
two
loves
offensive
Dak.
linemen go.
He loves Dak.
Dude,
But
you got to pay these.
him.
You have CD that you need to pay. You have Micah that you're going to have to pay after this year. You got other players that are going to need to get paid. How are you going to afford to pay him
So what, are you supposed
$56
to
million?
tank? What is he gonna tank this year?
I say
what's
let
the
him
plan?
walk.
What's the plan to get a new quarterback though? You can't just give up Dak if you don't have a replacement for him. Just like the Vikings.
You have the best.
You don't want to be in that position.
You have the best backup quarterback in the league.
Trey Lance.
Let him play for a season or two. No.
Cooper Rush.
Yes, Cooper Rush. Let him play for a season.
He's
or
a
two.
backup quarterback. He doesn't. You put him in a starter, mediocre. Instantly.
What are you getting from Dak at playoff time? Mediocre. So I don't. I don't know what the difference would be.
It's not a one-man sport, so.
I know, but
But the quarterback's pretty important.
But it's the most important position.
Yeah, but who else is gonna give them that? Even gonna give them a shot that they were gonna be able to get?
Give Cooper Rush the reins for 2 years. They'll digress tremendously, and then they'll be a top 7 pick in the draft in 3 years.
Did I miss something? We're like
Dak's not the option.
Aren't even drafting right now. That was way too much.
Yeah. We've been waiting for Seattle's pick for a while.
Well, thankfully they're gonna help keep the defensive picks coming in. Looks like they're taking a defensive tackle out of Texas.
Damn. So Dallas Turner is gonna be a Viking. That's what I'm saying. That would be crazy. I thought we were gonna have to get Jared Verse because I thought there's no way Turner's gonna be available at 11.
Well, now he might be available at 23.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of teams.
Oh shit! Vikings are trading down, and Vikings are trading up to the next pick.
Vikings traded up to. Wait, say that again.
Yeah, you said Vikings trading up and down.
No, Jaguars are trading down.
Jaguars, okay.
Up. So you're going up to the 17th pick right now.
We're gonna take Dallas Turner.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
This is great. This is awesome.
You think?
Yeah, dude. If Dallas Turner's available, he was one of the top pass rushers. Crazy.
By the way, I think our division is getting stacked right now, Chad. Packers young and coming. The Lions are the Lions, right? They just re-signed Amon-Ra St. Brown and their stud offensive tackle both to 4-year deals.
Amon-Ra St. Brown handing out pizzas outside the draft today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, for free.
Huh.
Man of the people.
Both of them signed 4-year deals. Amon-Ra's is for $120 million, and Penei Sewell.
Sewell?
Sewell? Sure. Okay, sure. $112 million. And then Chicago did what they did in the offseason, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Chicago's looking kind of scary now because they ended the season not bad. If you remember, they didn't. It wasn't. They were winning games and keeping it close with every team they played.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're getting a whole new offense with fucking Caleb Williams and Odunze.
Yeah, they're
scary.
I don't know what their defense looks like, but
their defense is good. I mean, that's what stepped up. Montez Sweat.
Oh, I forgot he was there. Yeah.
And then they re-signed him.
Yeah, Bears are shaping up to be a thorn in the rest of the NFC North side. They're definitely it's going to be tough up there.
Great.
Not when they have domed home games, though.
Are the Vikings slowly turning into the new Lions?
It might be.
That's what's happening.
We just drafted our who's that Oregon quarterback from Harrington? We just drafted our first Harrington.
Joey Harrington.
Oh man.
Could you imagine? I can. I mean, we've drafted Christian Ponder. We've drafted all sorts of really mediocre Tavares Jackson, mediocre quarterbacks. So I mean, I don't see why this one will be any different.
Minnesota takes Dallas Turner.
I called it. Fuck yes, let's go. That's just like a gift we were just given.
Oh yeah, easy.
Oh my god,
easily.
We probably didn't have to give up that much because we only traded down from 23.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what you gave up? I'm sure the details will come out soon.
Congrats. That's a nice pick.
Actually, the details are out. Oh. Jaguars get the 23rd pick, a 2024 5th round pick, and a 2025 3rd and 4th round pick. So four picks, a pick swap essentially, and then 3 additional picks.
Okay.
So not too bad for
if it works out.
What was predicted to be a top 10 player in the draft.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited. That pick makes me excited because there was no way we're gonna get him, and now we have him at 17.
So we're talking about these, all these college guys getting their dream and making the NFL and getting drafted tonight. Let's talk about another former college football player, Reggie Bush. It has finally happened. He is finally getting his Heisman Trophy back after relinquishing it 14 years ago. He won the Heisman back in 2005, and it was taken away from him because of,
NCAA corruption.
They said he was paid and given gifts and
NCAA
all that
mafia
stuff, and yeah, exactly.
It shows how corrupt they are. Go ahead,
and
now the way saying it forever.
That's true, but now the way that the college sports is, it's essentially a minor league now. For the NFL, the NBA, it's minor leagues essentially. So they can't just, oh no, you can't make money, you can't be giving gifts. Actually, they can, and they have for years now. So I'm happy for Reggie Bush. It should have never been taken away in the first place.
Absolutely.
what he was gifted and given gave him no. It gave him no motivation to do what he did. He was a special talent, and Vince Young unfortunately ruined that for him. But
NCAA, you all need to do the right thing. You did the right thing there. Now give back the national championship, you scumbag fuckbags. You all fucking suck. Give Louisville back their national championship, the only national championship you've ever taken from any fucking team ever. Give it the fuck back. I know you don't like Rick Pitino. We get it. We get you hate Rick Pitino. Give it the fuck back. If you're going to give Reggie Bush his Heisman back, give us our national championship back. Fucking scumbags.
I have no comment.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I feel your pain.
It's like, even if it happened to any other team, they need to give it back. Like, they're fucking kids. They fucking won a national championship. You're gonna take it away from them because you deem that all this shit. So you're saying everything that they did was negated because of one recruiting violation, and you're just gonna take away a national championship because you don't like the coach. Cool.
Obviously.
Sorry, I have to. This just made me like want to just like strangle everyone at NCAA headquarters. They're criminals. They should be in jail.
Well, one step at a time, right?
Yeah, well, straight to jail. I prefer that way, but this is a win. This is definitely a win.
Yes, it was. I'm happy for him. He, dude, I don't know. I'm sure you all remember. He was unstoppable.
Well, yeah, I told you guys I watched him play high school football, and when I grew up in San Diego.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Kicked my high school team's ass in the playoffs. I think he like touched the ball like 7 times and scored like 6 touchdowns or some crazy thing like that. He's just.
What's your most memorable highlight? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What's your most memorable highlight of him in the NFL?
Oh, when he got destroyed by the Eagles.
That's the first one I think. Oh my God, he got. I thought he died. That was.
But he did win a Super Bowl with Drew Brees, right? I think he was on their roster.
Was he on the roster?
He has a Super Bowl ring. I'm pretty sure.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, he was there in 2009. Yep. He was in New Orleans from 2006 through 2010. Okay. So.
Super Bowl champ Reggie Bush and Heisman Trophy winner.
You want to talk about a championship that should be negated? Is that one? Is the Saints? They should not have that Super Bowl.
They shouldn't have that Super Bowl. It was actually criminal what they were doing.
It was literally.
No one got prosecuted. Pretty crazy. Pretty wild how much the NFL just fucking loves the Saints. And then they just get shit on. Just get absolutely shit on. They've been knocked out of the playoffs.
To recover from Hurricane Katrina, you know.
They don't deserve that Super Bowl. The city of New Orleans does not deserve that Super Bowl. No one in New Orleans deserves that Super Bowl.
I agree.
And how Greg Williams is allowed to coach after that is pretty fucking insane. Who is basically the ringleader. When you pay someone to purposely hurt someone, that's a crime, right? And then they do it. That's a crime.
It would be a crime in the real world. How is it any
different than out in the street?
It shouldn't be different. Yeah, I agree.
Well, it is legalized in some sports where the object is to hurt the other person.
Well, yeah, UFC, but that's not the NFL. Is not. They're not. You're supposed to tackle someone, but you're not supposed to try and hurt someone.
that this is probably something that happened a long time in the NFL, and just these guys were overdoing it. Probably, there's probably some gamesmanship, but at the end
They're
of the day,
overdoing it properly. Dude, they were tackling Brett Favre 5 seconds after he threw it, and they were going right for his ankle. Multiple guys at the same time.
I know. I'm not saying it's ethical. I'm saying like old traditions die hard, and some people play like that, and they haven't been checked on it,
and get paid money to do it.
I don't know.
That's what happened.
I don't understand why they pick and choose who to protect, but that's what happens when you have.
Are you trying to defend the Saints right now? Are we about to fight?
I'm not defending anybody.
It sounds like you're a Sean Payton stan.
Not one bit.
All right. Anything else on the NFL before we move on? Good.
No,
we can shout out draft picks if you think it's a shock or surprise, or
if another quarterback goes off the board.
Once you're past pick 17 in the first round, it's just as exciting as the rest of the draft, because you really aren't quite sure if these people are going to be big names.
Yeah, unless
I don't know.
Justin
wide
Jefferson.
Receivers, man, are just
there's some
wide
good wide
receivers
receivers left. Yeah, so,
yeah.
I mean.
All right. On to the NBA playoffs. First and foremost, this week has been a fucking disaster with officiating. It has been a disaster all season long. There's a lot I want to talk about with the officiating, but I'm just going to start and finish with one thing. What is the point of the replay center? What's the point? Why have it? Why include them? There's supposed to be unbiased, 3 separate referees, kind of like soccer does. They have 3 referees sitting at a monitor in New York, watching all the games, watch all the replays, so they can come to a decision faster and make the right decision. Correct? Shouldn't that be the whole point of it?
Theoretically, it's supposed to work that way, but when no one can make a decision and then all they do is choose to make the wrong one, it doesn't seem to work.
Obviously, I bring this up for a particular reason. It affected my team in particular. Not sure if you all saw this or not.
You have a legitimate reason to be mad.
D'Angelo Russell drove for a layup. He was fouled on the floor. It was called a foul. He was going to the free throw line. Denver challenged the call. You see on the replay, I forgot who was guarding him. Whoever was guarding him, whole forearm across his face. Across his face. Now, in other parts of the game, that would be called a flagrant, right?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
To the face, yeah.
What did Scott Foster do? He comes back and says, "Oh, marginal contact, no foul. Successful challenge." I'm sorry, what? How? So we can just club people in the face now? That's where we've gotten to in the NBA.
Yeah, it's marginal
I'm fine
contact.
with it, but let it be.
It's only I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense unless the refs are actually being paid
now,
to do
I'm pissed.
Certain things.
I'm obviously pissed off at that because it piles on to the fact that the Lakers blew a 20-point lead, right? The Lakers had a wide open shot for a 3 that LeBron missed, and then Jamal Murray hits a buzzer beater. All of it adds on to that.
An incredible buzzer beater.
It was. And it tears in my heart because he's a Kentucky guy.
Like the last few minutes.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to lose like that. The Celtics also lost. It wasn't the referee's fault, but another team that lost was the Sixers. kind of similar
Sixers
fashion.
lost. Yeah. So the
very poor officiating.
2-minute report came out. They missed 3 foul calls on Tyrese Maxey on that final possession. 3.
Incredible.
In a 3-second span. The Sixers did win tonight. Yes, they.
Home
Embiid
officiating is real.
Or I think he scored over 50. I'm gonna verify real quick.
Embiid scored over 50.
Sure. He scored 50.
Holy shit!
He scored 50 tonight. He was 13 of 19 from the floor, 19 of 21 from the free throw line.
Okay, so maybe he's back to being healthy again.
All right, first play of the Lakers-Nuggets game. It's a LeBron AD pick and roll, and AD scores. So that's good. Good start.
You sound sarcastic.
No, it's a good start. No, it's great. it's exactly how we started last game. So
y'all are gonna go up by 20. I'm gonna put a bet on the Nuggets to win, and then they're gonna come back.
That is a creepy Rams mask that fan is wearing.
Yes, it is.
It looks like some sort of like fucking cult fucking mask. I don't know.
Real quick, Chad, you brought it up earlier that the Celtics lost. So not only did they hit a playoff record 23 threes, the Heat did, but I saw something, a part of an article that I read about Eric Spoelstra. He was put on 2 years ago. He was put on a top 15 coaches of all time list. I can agree with that, right? That's
yeah.
Hey man, I may not watch a lot of basketball, but that was one thing I definitely know is that Spoelstra's up there.
He's
started as a video,
very good coach.
Started as a video editor for the Heat, and worked his way up to being the head coach, which is crazy. But he top 15 coach of all time. We all agreed to that, right?
Yeah.
You know he's never won Coach of the Year.
I know. That crazy.
Blew my mind.
It's crazy.
Blew my mind. You're telling me 2020 he got that Heat team to the finals? And then what happened? Was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
Last year. They went to the finals, right? How? I don't. Yes,
it's a regular season award, right?
I get it. Yes, but
that's why.
You don't win it. You don't win it at all when LeBron and D Wade were there. It just blows my mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
One of those years they won 66 games. I don't understand how you don't win Coach of the Year. Yeah, I mean that part blew my mind. It's not something I think about often, but yeah, he's definitely been robbed of Coach of the Year. But yeah, now that's that series tied 1-1, going back to Miami. You're no worries though. I mean, it's a historical
fluke game. I mean, like things do have to change because I don't know what they changed to let guys be completely wide open all the time. I know like what the idea was. Just don't do that again. Like they had players that are wide, like not just wide open, but like no people within like 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that
would be considered wide open, yes.
Wide the fuck open. That's like you're in the gym shooting alone. I can take this 3 however I want and make sure I make it. And that's what they did. It was like a shooting gym. It was like open gym for them to just start shooting. And they fucking were hitting. I don't. As long as we don't do that again, we'll be okay.
Like I said, it took a historical game from the Heat to be able to pull that off, a record-setting game. But other top-tier players take a lot of heat for disappearing in the fourth quarter. I just need to know, where was JT?
Dude, are we really gonna talk about that? Like one game?
No,
one game. He doesn't play well in the fourth quarter, and like Everyone wants to shit on Jason Tatum. Go ahead. Keep doing it. We'll see what happens. I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Nuggets, but I'm hoping that another team beats the Nuggets, and then we're going to win the finals.
Yeah, and all will be forgotten. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it was any other team, their top tier player like that, it would be dragged for the next day or two because they didn't show up in the fourth quarter.
It's a collective. It's not just one guy. We have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. We have Derek White, Drew Holiday, Al Horford. We have all-stars. Those are all.
And he started the game hot, dude. He couldn't miss.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, he could not miss. And then he got subbed out his normal time, and then it just. But again, record setting. I mean, the Heat obviously had to set a team record for them to win the game. Obviously, they're not going to do that again.
It was a game I just don't think the Celtics were ready for. The Heat ran them out of the building. They were just constantly running. It was just so much pick and roll and just them leaving people open. It was a disaster.
That same article I read about Spoelstra, the reason I read it is because the headline was that he is now 10-3 in game twos following a game one loss as a coach. So
he makes adjustments. He's a really good
coach. Yeah.
Mazzulla did not make any adjustments, which I think he was just hoping that they would stop making the threes, but it just never happened. So.
Right. All right. So we mentioned the Knicks losing tonight to the Sixers. Pacers and Bucks are tied at 1. Not really a surprise to me. They don't have Giannis, the Bucks, so Dame. That was one of the craziest games I've ever seen, by the way. To have 35 points in the first half.
And then 0
for him, and 0 in the second.
Crazy.
0. There was a better that bet for him to have over 35.5. He had 35 in the first half. He just needed to get a point, and that better would have won a shit ton of money. How pissed, dude! I mean, a point. That's all you had to do.
Talk about a bad break.
That was crazy.
You know what was crazy? How badly the Cavs got beat tonight.
That was my next one I was going to bring up. Cavs went up 2-0 and then just got annihilated tonight.
What happened?
Dave, the bottom teams of the East, it's a pick 'em. You don't know what you're going to get from those teams ever. I mean, betting on them outside of the Celtics, Bucks, and Knicks this year, it was a crapshoot. You couldn't make proper bets.
No.
With those two.
No.
With those remaining teams in the East, it was a disaster. So I don't know. I saw the score.
Shot poorly. I mean, obviously they shot poorly, but they were down by 40. It was 66 to 100. It was.
Let's see. They shot 39% from the field, and they shot 23.5% from 3. They were 8 of 34.
Yeah.
From 3. You're gonna lose a lot of games. A lot of games shooting that poorly.
But they don't normally shoot that poorly.
No, but you have a lot of offers. Nobody hit. Some guy, I guess it was in cleanup time, some guy made 3 threes, but nobody made more than 1 for the Cavs. That's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, you can't do that in the NBA and win.
And then Thunder went up 2-0 on the Pelicans. No surprise there. No Zion. Should be easy sweep for them. Mavs and Clippers tied at 1. Kawhi came back in game 2 and was awful. Just not good. Not good.
Yeah, messed up the chemistry, I think, of the team too.
Yeah. And then
Luka and Kyrie were really good too. I mean, don't want to take away from them.
No, they've been great all year, so it's not a surprise. They're two juggernaut offensively. It's really not fair to have that kind of level of talent at the guard positions on the same team. Obviously, the Nuggets went up 2-0 against the Lakers. Game 3 is currently live right now, and Timberwolves are making the Suns look like a D-League team. They are obliterating them.
Have you been watching it at all? I watched in that series.
I have. Kevin Durant is by himself.
Lazy. He's lazy.
Yes, he is lazy, but he also is the only one doing anything. So
yeah, but they don't.
It's kind of a.
It's
a weird.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's not good. Like none of the players, they're not moving. It's just they're just trying to take these awful shots.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we know what Devin Booker can do. I mean, special, right? He's been relegated to a point guard this season because of Bradley Beal. I've always thought Bradley Beal's been overrated. I've never liked him really. And obviously he hasn't really been healthy either, so that doesn't help, right? But another big 3 disaster for Kevin Durant. I mean, I don't know what else to. Steph's not walking through that door. Clay's not walking through that door. Draymond's definitely not. So
I heard he might go back to the Thunder after this season.
Oh my God! And could you imagine if he did and they don't win? His legacy will be forever tarnished. That he could not win anything outside of Golden State. It's just that simple. You needed 3 Hall of Famers to win a title. 3. You couldn't do it with 2 others at other places. James Harden and Westbrook in OKC. James Harden and Kyrie in Brooklyn. I mean, you couldn't. Now, granted, Kyrie was out because
Brooklyn wasn't his fault.
Yeah, I get it. But still, it failed. It's a failed thing. No matter how it happened, it still failed.
Oh,
so
it definitely failed.
And now if you can't win in Phoenix,
I mean, they don't have a good supporting cast though.
No,
they're starting
get it.
Grayson Allen. Like they don't have a good supporting cast.
Which, by the way, was one of the top 3-point shooters in the league this year.
He's a scumbag.
So
I mean,
no, I agree. Trust me, I'm not a Grayson Allen defender. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that he was a sharpshooter this year for them. So the fact that he's not now, he's hurt. So who knows what that's gonna look like. So yeah, a couple surprise wins. Magic and the Heat, but I really don't. Everything's pretty much going the way it's supposed to right now, right? I mean, outside of those 2 minor losses.
Yeah.
What's your thought, Michael?
I'm just.
Have you watched any of these games?
I watched the tail end of that Lakers game, and the one game I put a bet on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have not been paying attention 100%. But
haven't been hitting.
If I see the scores close, I'm more willing to flip it to the game and see how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not fully locked in right now. Waiting for the right opportunity.
Well, I had one of my bets hit. I had Valanciunas to have less than 11 rebounds yesterday, and Jared Allen to have less than 12 today, and that hit. So nice little 2-pick parlay that hit. $15 back my way. I'll take it.
Yeah, I've had a few hit over the last couple days.
So I made a future pick for the NFL. Real quick. Pretty much done with the NBA, so we'll move on. But I set futures for 3 quarterbacks. And Patrick Mahomes to throw more than 4,350. CJ Stroud to throw over 4,150. And Kirk Cousins to throw 4,100 or more. That was my dark horse. Now, I wish I would have made this bet after tonight, knowing that the Falcons were going to draft Bo Nix. Didn't see that one coming, but
they drafted Penix.
Or Penix. I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael Penix. I always get them confused for some reason. I don't know why.
It's because they're both in the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 isn't real.
Not anymore.
Thanks.
Last thing on the NBA. Last thing on the NBA. Tyrese Maxey won Most Improved Player this year. Deservedly so. And Nas Reid of the Timberwolves won Sixth Man of the Year. Disagree with that, but well,
Who do you think
I'm
should
not
have
a
been
voter, so I mean, now I can't think. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to think about it. I got to look at the list real quick, and I'll tell you. I for some reason it's not coming to the top of my mind right now. Either Malik Monk or Bobby Portis. I thought both of them had better years than Nas Reid did, but I mean, is what it is. I'm not a voter. You think Jokic wins his 3rd MVP this year? Easy. It's not even a question, really.
Yeah, not really. It's not really. Yeah, I mean,
because he's
close.
He's
second,
up against
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea and Luka are the other 2 finalists.
Yeah.
So. All right. Anything else on the NBA? Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right. A little bit of golf news. So Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy were rewarded for being faithful to PGA, and Tiger was paid out $100 million, and McIlroy was paid $50 million for not jumping ship to live golf.
They got 1/10 of what they would have gotten if they would have gone. Congratulations, guys.
Exactly.
Consolation prize.
And they're gonna merge with Liv, so good job. You get to wear a badge of honor. You defended Jay Moynihan. I love you, Tiger, but staying loyal to that guy who's now the president, whatever they're calling him now. Mm-hmm. This is just ridiculous. It's crazy. You're paying your players for being loyal, for not jumping ship.
Chop. That name's good. The Dolphins, his name is Chop Robinson.
Yeah, from Penn State.
Yeah. So they got Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and Chop Robinson all in their pass rush.
All right. So this day in sports history, David Robinson in 94 scored 71 points. I actually did not know that. I did not know he was on the list of. It would have had to have been this time of the year. Yeah, it had to have been.
What's the most? That's probably close to the highest in the playoffs, right?
Actually, you know what? I don't think it is. I think Jordan has the highest at 63. I think.
Yeah, it is Jordan at 86. 420
Yeah,
420.
Where he lost to the Celtics, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, they were.
So
playing...
I guess that 71 wasn't in the playoffs.
I don't think that the playoffs were as long as they were back then.
The Clippers were a 27-win team that year.
And then also too, what happened this day, Michael?
Well, what did happen this day? Oh man, yeah. This is why most Chargers fans hate Eli Manning. But we ended up with good old Phil. But we ended up drafting Eli Manning, but his dad said don't go to dirty Spanos family, which was probably not bad career advice. But still. Can't be a fan of a guy who does that. I mean, I guess I'm okay with his post football career. He actually proved that he has some charisma and he's not just smelling shit on his upper lip all the time. But anyways, no, I've forgiven Eli, but still, that was pretty one of the more weird things that happened in the NFL draft. I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else for everybody's sake. It's
No, we as Packers just draft Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That's all we do. So
I mean,
draft
we've
and
been
trade
pretty
for.
good. We've had some since Drew Brees has been there. I mean, we've had capable quarterbacks. Just the rest of the team around them has been questionable,
including coaches.
Yeah, I'd say more or less the coaches.
Oh,
maybe you fix that this year, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
You'll at least get to a Super Bowl. I don't know if you can guarantee winning one, but you can get there.
Get to an AFC Championship, have a Harbaugh championship game.
Possible.
Maybe if Herbert starts taking a knee, maybe y'all can get to a Super Bowl, like Colin Kaepernick did.
Yeah, no, he's not going to do
that. One last thing I meant to bring up, Chad, with the Lakers Nuggets. Prior to the start of this game, we had 17 bench points. Okay, 17 in 2 games. Taurean Prince had all of them.
Oh my God.
That's how bad our supporting cast has been.
That's very bad.
Yes. So anyway, so at this point, a minute and a half left in the first quarter, and Lakers are up 7 right now. So
not terrible.
I'm sure that'll change.
It's not great,
change by the
not great, but not terrible. I mean, I want to be optimistic for you, but like if you'll lose this game, I mean, it's over. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a sweep. It's a sweep. Yeah,
competitive sweep though.
Competitive.
So was last year's.
Hey man, you got to hang your hat on something.
No, I can't. I heard the Nuggets are going to draft Bronny, so LeBron will go to Denver next year in an ultimate KD move.
Come the fuck on. No, that's not going. That's different. That's even crazier.
Clay comes off the bench.
Oh my God.
For Denver.
Wow.
All right. Enough of NBA 2K fantasy teams, and
The Eagles pick is in. Who are the Eagles going to take?
Oh.
They need a cornerback.
They need a new center.
No, they have a center, Cam Jurgens, I think.
Oh, they already have a built-in backup replacement.
Yeah, he was playing guard.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't make it through the whole first round, but we'll if there's any big shockers, we'll talk about it on the next episode. We'll be back. Everybody good for Saturday, I'm assuming? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well,
we'll maybe see you there.
We'll maybe see you there. All right. We will talk to you guys then. Bye.
You are welcome.